What if I told you that Chevrolet just dropped an electric SUV that could make you forget about traditional gas-powered vehicles forever? The 2026 Chevrolet Blazer EV is turning heads across America. But is it really worth the buzz, or just another overhyped electric experiment? Welcome back to Legends Auto Future, where we break down the cars Americans actually care about. Today we're diving deep into the 2026 Chevrolet Blazer EV. And trust me, this isn't your average electric SUV review. We're talking about a vehicle that Chevy claims can compete with Tesla, Ford, and every other EV manufacturer trying to win over American families. But here's the real question. Does it actually deliver on those promises? Or is this just clever marketing? Let's find out. First, let's talk about what makes the Blazer EV stand out in a sea of electric SUVs flooding the American market. Chevrolet has positioned this vehicle as a mid-size electric SUV designed specifically for families who want style, performance, and practicality without the guilt of gas station visits. The twin 1326 model comes in multiple trims, ranging from the base 1LT all the way up to the performance-focused SS model. And here's where it gets interesting. The SS variant pumps out an impressive 557 horsepower and can launch from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds. That's sports car territory in an SUV body. Compare that to the Ford Mustang Mach-E GT, which offers around 480 horsepower, and you start to see why Chevy is confident. But power isn't everything, especially when you're talking about a family vehicle that needs to handle school runs, grocery trips, and weekend adventures. The Blazer EV also offers an estimated range of up to 320 miles on a full charge in certain configurations, which puts it in direct competition with vehicles like the Tesla Model Y and Hyundai Ioniq 5. For American drivers who live in sprawling suburbs or need to make longer highway commutes, that range number matters more than flashy acceleration times. Now let's get into the design, because this is where Chevy really swung for the fences. The 2026 Blazer EV looks nothing like its gas-powered cousin. It's lower, wider, and has this aggressive, almost coupe-like stance that screams modern performance. The front fascia features a bold, illuminated Chevy bow tie and sleek LED lighting that gives it a futuristic edge without looking too concept car crazy. The roofline slopes down toward the rear, giving it that sporty profile that younger buyers love, but it doesn't sacrifice too much rear headroom thanks to clever interior packaging. Chevy clearly studied what works in the EV space. The Blazer EV borrows design cues from both traditional SUVs and sleek crossovers, creating something that feels fresh but familiar. And if you live in the US and you're tired of seeing the same boring SUV designs on every block, this thing definitely stands out in a parking lot. The available 22-inch wheels on higher trims add to that premium look. And honestly, it's one of the best-looking electric SUVs Chevy has ever produced. But here's the catch. Some critics argue that the styling is too aggressive and might not age well compared to more conservative designs like the Volkswagen ID.4 or the upcoming 2026 Honda Prologue. Beauty is subjective, but Chevy is clearly betting on bold over boring. Step inside the 2026 Blazer EV, and you're greeted with a cabin that feels more premium than you'd expect from a Chevrolet. The dashboard is dominated by a massive 17.7-inch touchscreen infotainment system that handles everything from navigation to climate control to entertainment. It runs on Google built-in software, which means you get native Google Maps, Google Assistant, and access to the Google Play Store for apps. For tech-savvy American buyers who are already deep in the Google ecosystem, this is a huge selling point. The interface is intuitive, responsive, and miles ahead of some of the clunky systems we've seen in older Chevy models. There's also an available 11-inch digital driver display that keeps important information right in your line of sight. Material quality has improved significantly. Soft-touch surfaces, available leather seating, and thoughtful storage solutions make this feel like a vehicle that punches above its price point. Rear passengers get decent legroom and headroom, though that sloping roofline does eat into space slightly compared to boxier SUVs like the Kia EV9. Cargo space is competitive, offering around 25 cubic feet behind the second row and over 60 cubic feet with the seats folded down. That's enough for a Costco run, camping gear, or whatever adventure you're planning. One complaint we've heard from early reviewers is that the lack of physical buttons for climate controls can be annoying when you're driving, since everything requires touchscreen interaction. But overall, Chevy nailed the balance between modern tech and everyday usability. Performance is where the Blazer EV really tries to separate itself from the pack. As mentioned earlier, the SS model is the performance beast with 557 horsepower, but even the base models are no slouch. The entry-level 1LT and 2LT trims offer a single motor setup producing around 288 horsepower, which is more than enough for daily driving and highway merging. The mid-range RS trim bumps that up with a dual-motor all-wheel drive setup delivering 288 to 340 horsepower depending on configuration. Then there's the range-topping SS, which is legitimately fast and offers magnetic ride control for improved handling dynamics. What does this mean for American buyers? If you live in snow-prone states like Colorado, Michigan, or upstate New York, the all-wheel drive models give you confidence in winter conditions. If you're in Texas or California and want something fun to drive on weekends, the SS delivers thrills without the gas-guzzling guilt. Charging times are competitive. Using a DC fast charger, you can add up to 78 miles of range in about 10 minutes, and a full charge takes under an hour at optimal conditions. Home charging on a level 2 charger takes around 7 to 8 hours, which is standard for overnight charging. One area where the Blazer EV could improve is towing capacity. It's rated at around 1,500 pounds, which is significantly less than gas-powered SUVs, or even some competitors like the Rivian R1S. If you need to tow boats or trailers regularly, this might be a deal breaker. Let's talk value and ownership, because this is where things get complicated. The 2026 Blazer EV starts around $48,000 to $50,000 for the base model, but prices climb quickly as you add features and trims. The high-performance SS model can push well into the $60,000 range, which puts it in luxury territory. Here's the thing. Federal tax credits can knock up to $7,500 off the price if you qualify, making it more competitive with rivals. But Chevy has faced some eligibility issues with certain trims due to battery sourcing and manufacturing requirements. So you need to check the latest IRS guidelines before assuming you'll get that credit. Compared to the Tesla Model Y, which starts around a similar price point, the Blazer EV offers more traditional SUV styling and a dealer network for service, which some buyers prefer over Tesla's direct sales model. Compared to the Ford Mustang Mach-E, the Blazer EV offers more interior space and arguably better tech integration. And compared to upcoming 2026 and 2027 competitors like the refreshed Nissan Ariya or the Subaru Solterra updates, Chevy's offering feels more polished and performance-focused. Maintenance costs should be lower than gas vehicles since there's no oil changes, fewer moving parts, and regenerative braking reduces brake wear. But battery replacement down the line could be expensive, though Chevy offers an 8-year or 100,000-mile battery warranty for peace of mind. So here's the bottom line. Is the 2026 Chevrolet Blazer EV stylish or just hype? The answer is both. It's genuinely one of the most stylish electric SUVs Chevy has ever built, with strong performance numbers, impressive tech, and a driving experience that feels refined and modern. But it's also surrounded by hype, because Chevy needs this vehicle to succeed in an increasingly crowded EV market. The Blazer EV isn't perfect. The high price on upper trims, limited towing capacity, and some interior quirks keep it from being a slam dunk. But for American families ready to make the jump to electric, especially those who want something that looks good, drives well, and doesn't feel like a compromise, this SUV absolutely delivers. It's a strong competitor to Tesla, Ford, and Hyundai, and it proves that traditional American automakers are serious about the electric future. Now I want to hear from you. Would you choose the 2026 Blazer EV over a Tesla Model Y or Ford Mustang Mach-E? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're excited about the future of electric SUVs and want to stay updated on all the latest 2026 and 2027 models hitting American roads, make sure you subscribe for more future cars and auto content on Legends Auto Future.